Hi, I'm the Gentleman Cabbie, and in an age where we're permanently plugged into cyberspace, I'm on a mission to bring the art of conversation back to the streets of London.
My name is David Bridges, and I work for an organization called the Global Partnership for Education, which aims to help the poorest countries in the world build education systems for their children.
So, today's question is, what is your most treasured possession and why?
Well, my most cherished possession it's I guess certainly sentimental, and it's not a single possession, but it is my collection of Star Wars figures, which I've been collecting since I was, I guess, let's see, 1978 was when the first figures came out. So when I was a little boy, and I'm still collecting them today. So it's a lot of fun, and it's treasured because it really connects me with my childhood, which seems to be getting farther and farther away.
What's your favourite character?
Oh, my favorite character or my favorite figure?
Let's do both.
Okay. Well, I certainly my favorite character is Yoda, and my favorite figure probably from the original line is the Emperor.
I think this is the Emperor from the original.
From the original, yes.
What made you pick Yoda as your favourite character?
Oh, his wisdom.
Right, okay.
There's always something to learn from Yoda. His wisdom and his humor.
What would you say, in terms of your collection, what's your most valuable piece?
Oh, goodness.
Sentimentally and...
Yeah. Well, I think, price-wise, I do have several from the original 12 that came out in 78. But it's interestingly, the ones that are the most valuable are the ones that came out after Return of the Jedi. So I had very few from my childhood. I've had to go in the collector shops and buy them.
Okay.
Those can go for $100 plus. Not in the package. I'm not a package person.
Oh, really? Right.
No, I don't do the packaging.
I have to say, it always seemed... I mean, I can see the idea of keeping it in a package as almost like an investment, but what's the point of buying a Star Wars figure if you're not actually able to use it at all? It's kind of pointless, isn't it?
It really is. It really is. And so, so you can't play with them if they're in a package. So no, I'm not a package person. I live in Washington, D.C., and my husband and I bought a house 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And there's one room devoted to nothing but the figures. And I'm not kidding. I mean, we're in the thousands.
Yeah.
So I had to break the bad news to him that with the 3 new movies coming out, we're going to have to tear down the wall between that room and the guest room. And we're just going to have one. We're going to have any more guests because it's all going to be Star Wars. There's there's part of me that is very excited, and a part of me says, "Damn them."
Did your partner know about your I suppose fetish for Star Wars figures before you met?
Pretty soon into the relationship, because it's kind of hard to avoid. But I did get him to do. He actually got into a very sensible collecting line for the Simpsons, which he's quite keen on. The thing with the Simpsons collection is it is so sensible in that they did it for like a year or two, and then they stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pretty much did all of the characters, and then that was it.
So that's just like literally one run. So do they manufacture any of them now?
They came back last year for the 25th anniversary of The Simpsons, and they did a small line of figures of the guests, some of the famous guest stars.
Right.
So I bought him the Leonard Nimoy Simpsons, and I bought him the Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
So he has those two, but that's it.
Kind of Star Wars connected there, aren't they? So,
yes, of course.
So tell me about your job, because that sounds very interesting.
Yes, it is. We work in the poorest countries, and we help support them in building education systems, mainly primary school level, and I work in the donor side of the shop, and so our largest donor is the United Kingdom. Education is a human right.
I mean, it's just actually really cool to hear that, because you hear so much bad press about foreign aid and stuff like that. It's actually nice to hear that it actually is, you know, going to a really good cause and actually is useful and, you know, supporting necessary causes around the world.
And the United Kingdom has been a tremendous leader, not just in education, in aid for education, but across the board. And also, DFID does a fantastic job at really making sure that the money is well spent. Wonderful. Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure chatting to you.
Yes. Okay.
Cheers. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. What an amazing guy. Amazing. Thanks for watching The Gentleman Cabbie. Click the videos to see more great interviews, and don't forget to subscribe.